Right, let's try that again, only without getting absolutely stomped by an acid-spitting T-Rex, and then ignoring the monster's blatant attempt to get us out of there before it killed us. Okay, leaping right into the lava before getting into that fight was not what I had in mind. Still, I suppose getting 3 hours into the game before stumbling this badly is kind of a good sign. I just wish I could tell at a glance if we're at the halfway point in the game or 75% done. Especially since that music, despite how few notes are actually in it, is actually making me pretty damn nervous now that we've dug our way into hell. As a side note, the spider ball has given me a good chance to get a breather before we reach the next area. Well, at least we didn't lose much progress after that light touch. Though maybe light isn't the right word to use when we took that much damage from a single little bump. Yeah, we're just gonna be a pincushion down here no matter what route we take. Certainly an interesting room we're fighting in right now, and it certainly gives a fresh dimension to that lightning attack the second transformation has. Still, when a fight has to rely on terrain to be an especially big danger, I'm typically more annoyed by the environment fighting against me than likely to praise the game designers for making an otherwise routine encounter something far more dangerous. Oh, come on! What can we even do at this point other than hope to get lucky? That was far too close for comfort considering just how many of that variety of Metroid we've faced so far. Not to mention the sheer number of ways we can get hurt down here, plus the lack of ways we can heal. Credit where it's due. They managed to make enemies we've been dealing with for a while feel legitimately dangerous, despite just how many energy tanks we've managed to grab in order to get this far. Certainly not an easy feat, especially considering the limits on the combat system in this game. Yeesh! Just bothered to heal and then get hurt at the first opportunity. How the hell did I even manage to get this far? I mean, sure, the early parts of the game were pretty easy and they're meant to be for any new players or old players who took a long break before returning. But the difficulty curve has a way of sneaking up on you. You can go from, I can handle this, to, I'm not sure I can handle this, to, oh god, get me out of here, in such a hurry sometimes, you feel like there wasn't a curve at all. Okay, wasn't expecting things to go so high up that there'd be a new room. It's just easy to try to guess how large a room might be based on all the other rooms we've gone through so far in this and the previous game. We may not have an extensive view of the series just yet, but I think we're far enough along to say we can recognize some of the patterns. Well, that's certainly an annoying enemy combination to deal with right now. Rather not deal with another Metroid when we're missing an entire energy tank, but then we don't know what kind of room the next Metroid is gonna be in, or even where we're going. That's the thing about exploration. Until you move around that next corner, you really don't know what you're gonna run into. And it's not helped by the limited visibility in this maze as I'm trying to grab a missile upgrade that I'm probably gonna forget about anyway. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Don't just keep showing me roadblocks after making me think that's the right path. There we go. Not an especially rewarding puzzle, but still satisfying all the same. Interesting how that works. Ooh, an energy tank as well. Either they're getting generous, or I'm just getting good at checking our surroundings. Either way, time to go back the way we came in. Great. Having trouble getting out of the very maze we just solved. Very embarrassing. Not that I'm trying to beat any speed records or search for all the upgrades in the game, but still. Kind of disappointed that damn thing didn't run right into the pit. Well, we certainly know that Metroid shell doesn't mean it's below this specific bit of floor. I swear, the more precision jumping the 2D games ask from me, the worse I seem to get overall. Well, at least we don't have to worry about spikes directly below us as we fight this Metroid, though we still have to worry about awkward elevation due to the sand around here. Okay, that one took a lot less time to deal with and was significantly easier to kill. Hell, I think I took more damage getting to it than actually fighting it. Really wish I could tell how much of that was luck and how much was skill. This is seriously the only series I can think of where I'll just bomb random bits of terrain and wonder if that'll open up a path for us at some point. Probably the main reason why they give you an infinite number of bombs. Yeah, oddly satisfying to actually be able to use the speed booster on regular enemies like that. Kinda makes me wish I could feel all that interested in the classic Sonic the Hedgehog games. I know, Probably a little strange that a Nintendo game that's not even in that genre makes me think of the flagship series for Sega. And considering some of the antics of Sony these days, I can't help wondering how the landscape of console gaming would be different if the Dreamcast hadn't been Sega's last console. Wait, this one Metroid needed 2 chambers? Both feel like solid battlegrounds to me, and holy shit, the environment in here makes me think this Metroid seem a lot less of a pain in the ass than the T-Rex Metroid we ran into at the end of the previous clip. It's just a simple run with us shutting here with the latest form of Metroid. No spikes on the ground to further throw us off. I mean, sure, the lighting isn't the best, but we've dealt with worse. Great, can't even tell how much more damage the super missiles do compared to the regular ones. I assume they have more impact, but it's not like any of the Metroids we've come across have had a health bar or anything to that effect. Hell, I don't know if we're pretty close to killing it, or if we're just going to get completely wrecked against that wall soon. That was certainly a close one, even though I did a decent amount of dodging. Was a little worried we'd run into a fight in here on our way out for some reason. Nice to know that while the game is stepping things up, they aren't gonna get that damn cheap on us. And thank God, a save point right there. I wouldn't be surprised if we were meant to save here before we ran into that T-Rex in the dark room. Yes, I'm going to continually keep referring to that Metroid form as T-Rex. Sorry if that's annoying somehow. Well, at least I didn't hit absolutely everything on our way back down here. Now I just need to work my way up and avoid taking damage from the same enemies we bumped into on the way down. Right, no transformation sequence for that one. We've already been introduced to this new Metroid type after all. We've killed one and we've been killed by one. This is the tiebreaker. Not that I'm all that likely to be keeping score for long anyway. At the very least, I appreciate the fact that we don't have to do all that much to get a good angle on its weak point most of the time. It may be more dangerous and durable, but conversely, it's easier to get our hits in. Right, 2 left in the area, and one of them is the one that killed us at the end of the previous clip. Okay, definitely wasn't expecting to find one in here. Dear God, I shouldn't be getting surprised running into the very things we're hunting down on this planet. It's like a fox getting surprised by a rabbit. Now, given the fact that these rabbits are capable of killing entire planets worth of creatures in their baby forms, and need to be killed via the liberal use of explosives, probably not the best analogy. And then there was one. Right. Nothing else in here. Here's hoping I'm actually ready to take on the T-Rex that killed us in the last clip. Sure, I'm gonna take the bastard on, after saving first, of course. Wouldn't want to have to go through all that again, if the bastard somehow manages to take us down twice in a row. Right, once more into the depths. And once again, I have to go back to the last save because I fell into the lava. Have I mentioned that my biggest foe in the 2D games seems to be the environments? Oh, I was so clenched up just trying to avoid all those spikes on the way over here. And of course, I immediately ruin things by getting hurt instantly before I walk into the room before we even see the T-Rex. Good God, this is most definitely not a great way to start this one. Yeah, definitely not liking the exchange rate here, or just how limited our mobility actually is with all these spikes. Definitely getting the feeling this guy is going to manage to kill me twice in less than 20 minutes. Dear God, I'm not even fighting back anymore. This is just the closest thing to panicked flailing I can manage with this controller in my hands. Yeah, looks like there's gonna be a third try against this bastard. Holy shit. It's amazing how such a small thing in the environment is a damn killer for me. It doesn't even need to be the whole floor or the whole ceiling. Just put some hazards in some strategic places and I'll flop around like a fish out of water. And brilliant, I'm starting the fight off more injured than last time. And again, I wasted 2 super missile shots. Dear God, this room is throwing me off. Wonder if we're gonna run into this kind of room again when we do the Nintendo licensed remake. Or if they have more in store for us to change up the fights than just messing with the ground underneath our feet. Well, at least it looks like the terrain is throwing the big guy off when he tried to headbutt us there. That's a small mercy. Not that we can really do too much to take advantage, when him dropping like that means his weakness isn't in our line of fire anymore. Dear God. I am severely tempted to just nickname that particular T-Rex the Metroid King. Not that there's anything to let us, know what genders these damn things are anyway. Hell, considering the fact that their baby form is the same as a monogendered aquatic animal, I'm pretty sure they can get away with just having one gender for this entire species. Of all the things we learn about the Metroid life cycle, we never really learn how they fertilize eggs. Anyway, I believe that's enough for now. See you next time.